What is going on, guys? My name is Lextasy and welcome back to the channel. And yes, you read the title correctly. Today we're going to be driving my wife's 1,000 horsepower 2021 Dodge Durango Hellcat. This is not your ordinary Hellcat you could pick up at a dealership. This one has a ton of work done, and yes, it is done by Mass Acceleration Motorsports. Yes, it's corn fed, so it runs strictly on E85 fuel, ethanol. Really good stuff. It's good for the environment as well. Now, why am I looking at it directly like this, and why are you on top of my head? Well, that's because you guys really enjoyed the last time we did a POV, so hopefully going to enjoy it this time. I'm going to take you through the city driving it, mountains, and at the end of the video, if you stick around, you're going to see us driving this thing on a private airfield and getting some really good 0 to 60 times, 60 foot times, and 8th mile times, because I really want to see what it can do with these wheels that are on the side of the truck that nobody has seen yet. So this is going to be the first reveal for anybody that's new to my channel, or you have been on my channel, you have not seen these wheels. So without further ado, guys, let's get this video going. So this is the most sexiest setup I've ever done, because we really needed traction for this Hellcat Durango, especially with 1,000 horsepower. So without further ado, let's walk around to the side. Yes, boys, you've seen it correctly. We got some satin bronze wheels, and these are variant radon, so they are 20 by 10s, super sleek, super sexy. Got a metallic flake on there, and they are wrapped with Toyo Proxy's 888Rs. So these are 305s, 3520s, 20-inch wheels with 305s. I mean, look how thick this sidewall is. Look, or the whole platform of this tire. This thing got traction for days now. Look at this setup. I mean, Jesus, dude, we need to drop it a little bit, let's be honest. But the way my driveway is, if I drop it a little bit, I'm not gonna have a front end. So she is gonna be daily driving it this way, guys. We'll just put them on. I've done a few small little launches to make sure everything is good, and no, we're not losing any wheels, and yes, everything is awesome. So what can I tell you about this Hellcat, guys? Just from factory, this is a over $100,000 sticker Hellcat Durango. It's got the really nice demonic red interior, beautiful seats, Alcantara, everything, panoramic sunroof. Of course, you got DVD players in the back for the kids, because we do have 3 kids, so my wife can gap a few people and give them the gap sauce while they're watching their cartoons in the back. So I mean, this is like the perfect setup, guys. This is the family vehicle with 1,000 horsepower. So let me pop the hood and show you exactly what Mass Acceleration has done to this. So this is the basic setup you want to get on the Hellcat, or any Hellcat for that matter. So of course, we got the green belt, we got a smaller pulley for E85. Now this supercharger snout is actually pinned, so is the crank, because you don't want any of that stuff snapping, especially with us putting down so much horsepower and just as much torque. So very important, guys. This kit right here costs about $8,000 to $9,000 to do, but now you're talking about a vehicle that can do 60 foot, and right now the best time we got was 160 at the drag strip, but that's because we're on stock tires. So now make sure you guys don't miss the next video, because we're going to be putting this thing back on the drag strip, but with the radials now, or street tires, or whatever you want to call them, performance tires, really wide fat Toyo Proxys, and we're going to be seeing if we can hit 140 or maybe low 150, 60 foot, and of course mid 6s for the 8th mile. That is a big thing to ask for, but with better traction and being able to actually launch in first gear should be good. But I'm gonna stop talking, guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hop in the Hellcat now, head out on the streets. We're going to drive it there, then we're going to hop on the mountain, and we'll do a few pulls. So with that leg maker intake, guys, one thing you're going to notice, I'm going to tell you right now, the whine of the supercharger is insane. It is on a different level. It is crazy what it sounds like. So I'll do a few rolls with the windows up, windows down. Doesn't really matter, because it just whines like crazy, and I personally enjoy that more than the sound of the exhaust. But without further ado, guys, let's hop in here into your not so ordinary Hellcat Durango. We're going to open sunroof a little bit so you can see better. Let's go ahead and start her up. So everything is red, including of course the seat belts, which is totally awesome. Heated, cooled seats, nice, really nice touchscreen now that they have on here. Updated everything. Yes, we have a tire pressure light on, because we don't need it, because this is a drag setup, so we don't really need to know what the tire pressure is, because we already know. We're going to be driving right now on just standard driving modes. It's not SRT performance package, nothing. It's just going to be a basic auto, so nothing special here. Transmission, everything's on the street, because we really want to enjoy it and show you what it's like. Let's see, intercooler temps right now, coolant temperatures are right at 113, and then let's see, trans 190, oil temp 190, oil pressure good, and then let's see, our intercooler temps or intake air temps are 143, which is not bad either. Looking both ways, and let's go. So as you guys can tell, it is obnoxiously loud when it comes to the intake, and I perfectly am fine with it because that's why we got it done and why we put a leg maker intake. By the way, I'll drop a comment or a link down below. That way you guys can get yourself one, because honestly it makes the biggest difference. It's about 50% louder now than it is without one, and honestly it just sounds so good, because now when you pass somebody, they're trying to figure out what the heck is just flew by them, and they don't even know it's a Durango. They're looking for a Hellcat, Charger, or Challenger. Now, why would I ever put this much horsepower into a Durango that's a third row SUV? Well, that's because, well, it can do it. It can handle it. Hellcat motors are such bulletproof motors that they can take all this power without any issues, and being that it's an all-wheel drive and the long wheelbase, it's a perfect platform to do this to, and then take it to the drag strip and run really good numbers. Now, a lot of people are gonna say, why would you do it to Durango, not a Trackhawk? You absolutely can do it to a Trackhawk, and I had one. Of course, it did get ended up getting totaled, not our fault, but we needed third row because we had 3 kids now, and with the third row, you couldn't do it in the Trackhawk. But the Durango, you can absolutely do it in this Durango, and it only weighs 80 pounds more, but it's got the same horsepower, so it's not that much difference of power to weight. And with just a little bit of work, guys, I mean, you can absolutely make this thing a freaking monster. So what I want to do right now, still in just regular auto mode, as you can tell, I'm gonna mash it as soon as I get a little bit up this hill, make sure ain't no police out there. Just a quick pull, just so you guys get an idea of how insane it goes. Now, speed limit here is totally gonna be what we're doing. Let's give them a little bit of second. Hopefully tires hook and mash. Jesus, take the wheel. That was just a small pull in whatever gear it was. So yeah, that's that'll get your heart pumping. So let's say you got you know, switch lanes because somebody's being a jerk and it won't let you through. You can absolutely do it in just a second or two, and you'll be well ahead of that person. So it's freaking wild, man. I can't say it enough. Now, these tires, these Toyo Proxys, once they warm up, they're absolutely great for traction. They're not bad on the road, honestly. I don't know about driving in the rain. Wouldn't really advertise that or say it's a good idea, especially any kind of performance tire, because they're so soft, compound, set up for better traction. You don't want to drive it in the winter. You don't really want to drive it in the wet time either, because you don't have, as street legal as they are, you don't have enough, honestly, grooves, I would say, to make it safe. But all-wheel drive, I mean, I guess you could take that risk. So let's get to the mountains real quick, guys, and do a few pulls there, and show you what it can do on the top back roads, and then we'll go to the airstrip, guys. But this thing is so freaking wild, man. My wife loves it, and so do I. We're back into our 5th Mopar, you would say, and we're definitely not leaving. All right, guys, so we just got to our mountain road here. Just going to take it for a quick cruise. Now, before we really start having fun in track mode here, I do want to show you what the gas mileage that my wife gets every single day. Now, keep in mind, it is on E85, so it does use up a little bit more fuel. Honestly, not that much though, but it is a little bit noticeable, especially when she drives. Let's see. So she gets, right now, I haven't even checked, but I'm guessing she's gonna be less than 10 miles a gallon, that's for sure. So going through all of these crazy tons of features and options here, she gets 8.8 miles a gallon, which is not bad. I think on 93 she was getting like I want to say 10 and a half, so 2 miles a gallon less, but you're paying $1 less per gallon anyway, so and getting 100 wheel more horsepower out of it. So I think it's kind of worth it, I'm not gonna lie. Now let's go ahead and let's have some fun here, guys. I'm gonna put it in track mode, as you can tell. Okay, she downshifted. Hello, traction control is off. Fantastic. Hopefully the tires are warmed up, or else I'm gonna have to cut this video short. Let's go ahead and oh, she's keeping that gear. Hello, I'm not even in manual mode, guys. I'm not doing anything. What does it do around corners? I mean, honestly, the wheelbase helps. All-wheel drive system, of course, helps as well. Look at her go. Hey, baby, what you doing? What are you doing? You can calm down. Okay, we're not doing anything yet. That's crazy. Like, she's literally keeping the gear. I don't know what gear we're in, because we're in the auto, but everything's on track mode, and you can tell she wants to go. Jeez Louise, man. Look at that. Now, these Toyo Proxy tires are a little bit loud. I'm not gonna talk for the next few miles, so you guys just enjoy the sound of the 1,000 horsepower. way too quick that first run. Yeah, she didn't like that at all. That's what we call fuel cut, or pretty much what happens is there's so much slush in the tank, it catches some air, and because of that, it does not want to make the motor do things it can't do because it has no fuel in the system. So that's pretty bad, because if you're sucking in air, that's a problem, and that's the fastest way to blow a motor, and that's why I just cut that power on that first pull you've seen. But ooh, those downshifts are crisp. So since we have a police in front of us, I can't really have too much fun, so I'm going to talk while we're driving and getting on the highway. So what's it like to drive in track mode, for example, right? This is like the most aggressive, the most wild mode that the Durango or any Hellcat has, which everyone has this option, which is amazing. And quite honestly, it doesn't feel like anything different. The only difference is if you really mash on it, you're going to get that power band way quicker, and you're going to get the full power, of course. So traction control is off, so you can literally spin these tires all you want. So that's the only big differences, but that's what I really love about the Mopar product, is the fact that no matter what mode you put into, sport, auto, snow, towing, it does not matter. It still drives like a stock vehicle, even if you did motor work or transmission work, until you really get on it, and then you become a wild animal, and nobody expects it. So that's the cool thing about it. So while we're still stuck behind him, I'm guessing it's going to be the whole way to the highway, I will click this off and click it right back on when we're on the highway. All right, getting on the highway, back on track mode we go, and let's see what kind of fun we can have. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here at a undisclosed private location. I will not mention where this is at, but we're going to be doing a really nice little dig with this 1,000 horsepower Dodge Durango Hellcat. So special thanks to my buddy that let me do this. Alrighty guys, so let's put this thing in track mode real quick. And of course, sports suspension is going to adjust itself and put in track once we are leveled out the steering wheel. And let's go ahead and line this bad boy up. We have a few minutes available here, so we're going to make this very quick. Let's go ahead and get the draggy hooked up as well. Oh boys, I am freaking nervous. All right, this should be a lot of fun. We're gonna do no launch control. We're gonna launch in second gear because with the traction issue and with not being, we've never done it with these new tires yet, so I wanna make sure everything is right. All right, well, you know what? Let's go to our drag strip times. SRT pages, track setup, we're good there. Let's just do a launch real quick, see what it does, guys. I'm gonna try to hold it on here. Let's do a really slow roll just to get an idea of how it launches. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that was like, oh, I hope it's recording, mother truck. Okay, yeah, no spin at all. This is not the fastest time we went. 0 to 60 in 3.89, of course. So I didn't like mash it. We literally rolled off just to kind of play with it, but we are gonna save this time here. Woo! Talk about an adrenaline rush, guys. Okay, we're gonna start playing. Let's start actually having fun, guys. So we're gonna line up right at this white line here. Oh my goodness, man, that adrenaline rush is insane. I don't know why the draggy video won't work, so let's do this. I know we're not supposed to sit on the strip too long, so come on. And I'm actually gonna launch it. Let's go second gear. 3, 2, 1. And 3.2 now, 707 8th mile, which of course we're not doing any launch control, but that, oh my goodness gracious, man, they'll get you going. Holy mother, that was awesome. 11-second quarter mile, which of course we knew that. I mean, like I said, I'm not doing launch control, but the fact that it's not skipping or any traction loss at all, which is a really good sign, and we're only doing second gear. If you want to see this thing launch in first gear, guys, you got to go to my drag strip video, which is going to be next, so make sure you subscribe if you want to see the wild action, because we got to take it somewhat easy here. We don't want to snap something, but let's do one more quick launch and maybe do like 1,000 RPM launch control on this just to see what it does. I really want to see this 0 to 60 below 3 seconds, guys. I know it's possible. I know my tuner told me it is, but I want to see it in real life. So let's see if we can do one more launch, guys. Jesus, this is insane. We are not playing. I'm gonna have 2 hands on the steering wheel on this one. We got people watching now. They're like, what is this dude doing? He's trying to take off and he has no wings. Second gear. Okay, apply full throttle. Okay, 2,000 RPM, ready, and... Oh my God! Oh, that is so crazy, guys. That feeling of just like, oh, makes you shake, man. My goodness. But the fact that there's no spin whatsoever, that is exactly what I was looking for with this drag setup, guys. So that is awesome. We're gonna do one more because I mean, clearly we got to go the other way. I almost feel like doing first gear launch. What do you guys think? Should we try it? Should we do it? All right, what do we do on this one? 0 to 60, 3.3. Okay, so it was a little bit slower. Screw it, I'm gonna do first gear, guys. I don't even care. Let's freaking go. Screw it, man. You guys gonna get a little taste of what's coming at the drag strip. 2,000 first gear. Yeah, I'm not going to show you that. That's going to be for the drag strip, guys. I think we're done here. I'll see you in a second. Jeez. Ladies and gentlemen, and this is going to conclude our video. So let me recap a little bit about this car, right? From factory, 0 to 60 is 3.4 seconds. We just did on that strip there with just a little bit of work, 3.2 seconds 0 to 60 on prep track. Like, this is not at the drag strip, nothing like that. We did a 1/10 of a second faster at a drag strip with stock tires. This beast right here is freaking wild. I mean, you're talking almost 3 seconds 0 to 60, which Porsche 911 turbos are doing 2.9 seconds. And again, in perfect conditions, we can absolutely get it below 3 seconds. It's such an insane ride while you have 6 people sitting with you and you're doing these wild things. So I did want to really get on it it just yet because, again, like I said, we'll just put the tires on. I don't know how the drivetrain is going to hold all the power, but we are going to find out in the next video when we do the drag strip at Greerback on these Toyo Proxys 888Rs, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for coming back. If you like what you're seeing, drop a like, drop a comment, and of course subscribe. Enjoy your lives, enjoy your cars, whatever you're driving, and I will see you next time. Peace.